1991, I was still selling drugs on the streets and in jail, from jail.
So, how do y'all do that though? Like, I don't understand that.
You know,
that's something I never understood about. Like, hold on, you mean to tell me that the nigga in jail told you they got all this dope out here in the streets and whatnot, somebody is operating from the inside?
Well,
how do they do that?
What's going on, man? It's Calvin Klein, the Brooklyn Dawn, man. This is your boy, man. Go to www.calvinkleinbaco.com. Order now on Thisis50.com. Yeah.
And I never felt more alive than doing this interview, shotgun, with Calvin Klein.
I'm still a burner, I'm still ballin'. That's 5 times I ain't pick up your bitch, still callin'. I'm super ghetto, I'm still with the shit. Still pass the steel to my nigga Hillary. We still mob.
Yo, this is a pleasure and an honor to be over here with you, man. I've been wearing your drawers since I was like 5 or 6, and the t-shirts, man. I got on a Calvin Klein t-shirt right now.
That's what's up, man.
Word. So let me ask you, is Calvin Klein, that's your real name, or is that was like your hood name?
Nah, that's my hood name. Growing up, the original 50 Cent gave me that name, you know, so I mean, I got tired of robbing people and they kept calling me by my real name. So.
Hold on, you knew the 50 Cent that was like, word?
Yeah, that was one of my partners back in the day.
Get the fuck out of here. That's nuts. Word. So how did he give you this name? What does it derive from?
For me wearing Calvin Klein jeans
Okay.
and shirts and all that other good stuff, though. So you know what I mean, like that's where it comes from.
Word, because back in like, would you say that's probably around like 82 or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Yo, Calvin Klein was expensive than a motherfucker back then.
Yeah, that's true too, though. But I could afford it.
You had
matter of fact, let me say this: the people who I was robbing could afford it.
Right.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, you know what it is. Come on, get that money out. Come on, get that money out. Don't make you ain't packing that shit, nigga. Huh? You ain't packing, what's that? You got more money? Are you a baller? Somebody come, he being robbed right now. You bitch ass nigga.
Word. So how you get the balls just to get up and just rob a nigga and everything at gunpoint? Where does it start off, man? Where does this animal instinct come from, man? The survival of the fittest.
No, well, it just comes from the risk. The risk factor of it. Just going out there, feeling that you can do it, feeling that you could take the challenge on and taking something from somebody and just calling it yours after that.
So can you tell me, like, you know what I'm saying, exactly where you from?
I'm from Brooklyn, Red Hook Projects, born and raised.
Oh, and then what was it like growing up there, man?
Shit like any other hood in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Rough and tough, but it make a man out of you, from a young boy to a man, and just make you who you are.
And who are your influences?
Wow, from my neighborhood, some older cat named Possum.
He sounded like he don't play.
Oh, he didn't play at all. He was vicious. His gun game was bananas. That's what made my gun game become bananas.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, when you say that, when you say my gun game was bananas, do you mean like I had a whole bunch of different kind of guns and whatnot, or you was just like John Wayne and whatnot, and you know what I'm saying? Your aim was ridiculous.
My aim was ridiculous. I didn't miss.
You didn't never miss.
Hit and miss. No hit and miss.
Word, you always got your guy.
You don't shoot at the sky neither.
No,
none of that.
A bullet had a name on it. It got a name on it. You know who you shooting at.
For sure.
Word. And so, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what did he teach you? Was he like, what's that dude?
He didn't personally teach me. He taught me from a distance, you know what I mean? Because he was far older than me, you know what I mean? So, I definitely wasn't in his era in time, though, but he was from the neighborhood and we lived on the same block. So as I was growing up, just watching him, some were kind of like emulating his style of who he once was, into who I had become. So that's what it was. He actually got locked up for killing 2 highway patrolmen back in the 70s, in the late 70s.
Wow.
Not someone who you would want to say that you would want to look up to, you know what I mean, at that point though, but when you talk about survival of the fittest and, coming from Brooklyn and coming from, Brooklyn's gunsling, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. That's what Brooklyn was known for. So to follow that through, at that point, I lived up to the expectations of what Brooklyn was about.
Now, people still hold Brooklyn inside that same regard today. Do you feel like Brooklyn is that rough?
No, not now. It wouldn't be that rough if you're talking about putting the Barclays downtown. You're talking about different type of people walking around with poodles. They don't walk around with poodles in Brooklyn.
No.
You're not supposed to.
Right, right. So did you start off rapping too?
No.
Did you ever want to be a rapper?
Well, when I was younger, yeah, because I used to write poems, I used to write rhymes and things of that nature though, but nothing to the point where it was something that I was willing to take serious. Robbing somebody was more important than rapping, and robbing the rappers was more important, at that point too, at that time.
Y'all was robbing rappers?
Why not? Why not?
I seen you had friends like Clark Kent.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah. What do you mean Clark Kent at? I mean, like, how do they get word about guys?
Clark
like
was really close to my family, which was my older brother. And Clark was like, in-house, like he was family. He's like a brother. So, coming up with him and, him being a DJ and things of that nature kind of inspired me at the time. And when I was like maybe 13, 14 years old, I wanted to get into the DJ thing and everything else though. But at that point, didn't have the funds to really get it though. So my brother was in a group home. From when he came to visit from the group home, some DJs was battling in my neighborhood. And my brother wound up seeing him and said, "Yo, you still want DJ equipment?" I said, "Yeah." My brother robbed them and took their DJ equipment and gave it to me, and I became a DJ at that point. My name was DJ Cal Free.
DJ Cal Free. Did you ever DJ anywhere?
In the house,
In the house, gotcha. You wasn't taking that equipment out nowhere, huh?
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
So where's Shawu at, man?
He's locked up. Sharu actually got locked up. He did 15. He did 15 years. Came home. Stayed home for about, I think, maybe another year or two, and then went back in and got like 15 more. So yeah, and again, going into the Brooklyn thing, like sometimes we live too hard with it. We go too hard with it, and we don't know when to stop. Because it's Brooklyn and the shoot 'em up, bang bang. That the reputation of Brooklyn is in our blood, is in our system. We're born and raised with it. So sometimes we follow it to our death.
Wow. And so he actually got a chance to even like talk on your documentary and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, that's my crime.
Word. For those who don't know who he is.
That's my crime. Lord Sharu, again, Brooklyn, born and raised, an icon of Red Hook, a legend, of Brooklyn, if you don't know him, you really don't want to know him.
Word. And his hand game, was that crazy too?
Vicious.
He can fight like Tyson?
Vicious. 52 was retarded.
What?
52 was retarded.
Wow.
Kiss the ground and come back up and let you have and see you hit the ground.
Get the hell out of here.
Vicious.
So is it true that y'all robbed an F train before, man? Car to car?
Yeah. Surprisingly, I think I've done a lot of more devastating things in my life though, but it seems like the F train robbery was like very impactful or very, to a lot of people's imagination, like, the Billy the Kid type thing. Cops and robbers things and everything else, we always wanted to be the robbers, so, at the end of the day, we said, we're more fitting to rob, than a train. Like, not many people rob trains. People rob people on the streets, though, but people don't rob trains. Also, King Tut, which is a very, very good person that I know from back in the days. Tut had robbed, allegedly, let's say that. Allegedly, robbed his mother's church. And then he also robbed the bus, transportation bus. So me and Sharu actually sat back and we plotted this thought, saying his name is popping up real crazy, like everybody's talking about him. The streets is buzzing, like Tut did this and Tut did that. What could we do to outdo that? Rob that train.
Rob the F train. Now, when you say rob the F train, are you actually walking through each car and
We walked through as many cars as we wanted until we filled up as many bags as we wanted.
Wow, and ain't nobody was able to just get off the next stop and say, "Hey, it's niggas on the train robbing everybody. Get them. Go, hey, help."
We actually did it 2 times. We did it one time in the summertime where 98.7 KISS was doing their thing. They was going to different boroughs, and we followed them. And pretty much everywhere they went, we went. And everywhere they went, we went to rob. And one time we was from Coney Island Avenue. From Coney Island Avenue all the way to Smith and 9th Street, which is a stop that we get off. It was about 30 of us. And we went from car to car. Car to car. We didn't care who got on or who got off. After we robbed you, we didn't care. And from that point on, I mean, I guess, you know, you want to say good fortune or good fate that, you know, there was really no police around or any of the cars. And to be honest with you, it really didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
You know, we called it free for all. You know what I mean? We called it free for all. If there's 30 of us and if anybody get caught, you get caught. You know, and if you don't, you get away, that's fine.
It's still real, niggas still will kill. Total still, bitch, don't squill, get your cat bill. The Mac fill, black talents, hollow tips, copper tops, get your ass pop, watch your body drop. You chase the hoes, I chase the paper. You chase the hoes, I chase the paper.